Welcome back once again, my people, on this lovely Sunday evening. Another edition of the Reggae Boyz Weekly, where we talk about everything surrounding the Reggae Boyz. Also, giving you guys updates surrounding players who represent Jamaica, as well as potential Reggae Boys who we could possibly use in the future. And once again, I'm joined by the man himself, Mr. Arsenal. Gunners himself, the man that won 3-0 yesterday, who's going to go on to win the Premier League title. How was that victory yesterday?
I mean, it felt good, routine stuff. On to the next.
Yeah. Routine. I hear it there. You have my team to play, and for those of you who know, I support United, but we're going to stop Arsenal from winning the league. So until then, we'll just have to wait out, and then we'll meet Arsenal. However, if you guys are just joining, go ahead, smash the like button. Also, if you're new, subscribe, as it does help the channels. Go over to Gunnaz, Gunnaz, and subscribe to them as well, and check out the recent videos from the Gunnaz YouTube channel. But Dylan, listen, so many things to talk about today surrounding Omari Hutchinson, Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson, as well as Leon Bailey. And for the fun of it, we're going to do a combined 11, our best combined 11, maybe with some potential Reggae Boys as well, if we can fit 1 and 2 players within the squad. So, without delaying anything, let's get straight into the show. Yes, people. Glad to have you guys on once again. But before I even go forward, hit the like button, as it does help the video. Now, Dylan, listen, we're going to talk about Omar Hutchinson today, right? Omar Hutchinson, played for your team, Arsenal. He was in the youth academy, left for the London rivals, Chelsea. We're going to talk about Leon Bailey as well, and Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson, as I believe, with the Copa America coming up in June next month, also with the World Cup qualifiers coming up as well. I think Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson has some very big decisions to make in terms of his squad selection. I believe either today or tomorrow, there's a provisional 60-man squad that should be released for the Copa America. So, we'll see a lot of players within that squad that will eventually make it to the 23-man squad. I know that recently FIFA extended the 23-man squad for the Euros to 26. I know that somebody was asking the question whether or not CONCACAF would make that change, giving 3 extra players for, not CONCACAF, Copa America. I don't remember the name of the federation, but yeah, CONMEBOL, if they would extend it to 26, as well as he mentioned CONCACAF as well. But firstly, let's congratulate Omar Hutchinson, who helped Ipswich Town in gaining promotion back to the English Premier League, something that they hadn't done for 22 years, I believe it is. So, big up to Omar Hutchinson. And Dylan, listen, Omar Hutchinson was in your academy. How did you feel when you left the Arsenal academy for Chelsea?
No way, honestly. I was a bit confused by that step in his career, because I think Chelsea is really good at sending players on loan, but I was wondering if he thought he was going to break through that squad. But yeah, I really didn't feel any way about it. I feel like players have to make decisions based off what they're presented with. But seeing him flourish this year has just made me happy, because different people have different paths to success. And yeah, sending Ipswich through is just looking at what his next career move will be. And that's what interests me.
Yeah, listen, Omar Hutchinson, it was a big step in terms of leaving Arsenal to go to Chelsea. And Chelsea, they're known for not giving youth prospects a chance. However, if you look in the last couple of years, when players from Chelsea, they've went on loan, Tammy Abraham, Reece James, Mason Mount, Conor Gallagher, when they've went on loan and they've done well, they normally come back to Chelsea and they're given a chance. So the big question is, with Omar Hutchinson going out, performing with Ipswich, if he goes back to Chelsea, will they finally give him a chance? He predominantly plays off that right-hand side, off the right wing. You have the likes of Madueke in that position. Cole Palmer can play out wide as well. So it's a big decision for Omar Hutchinson to go back to Chelsea, especially seeing that he has 1 year left on his contract, right? But the big talking point surrounding Omar Hutchinson was the donning of the 876 flag, the Jamaica flag, the black, green, and gold. And If you remember, right, a couple months ago, he was interviewed by a newspaper in England, and they asked him about, what's his current situation with club and country, and he mentioned that he turned down some call ups from the England team, but the under 21s and the under 20 as well. Also, he turned down a call up from Jamaica, which would have been for the Nations League. Now, he mentioned that he was focusing on gaining promotion with Ipswich, and then in the summer he would make that ultimate decision. And obviously, by the time June comes around, that is summer. So, do you think many folks are reading too much into Omari than in the Jamaica flag? Do you think he will actually accept the next call up if given? Because some folks are saying it's a PR stunt. In my opinion, it's not a PR stunt. They're saying that he's trying to force the hand of Gareth Southgate, but I think Southgate already has the Euro squad selected. I don't think in any way, shape, or form Omar stands a chance in getting in the England team for the Euros. What are your thoughts surrounding Omar Hutchinson and him done in the Jamaica flag after the victory and gaining promotion back to the Premier League?
I mean, it definitely has to be a medium to long term vision for him, and it'd be having to force his way through that Chelsea team, and displacing somebody like a Cole Palmer. He's not like the tallest, most physical player, which might work against him in the long term, because we see that all the big teams right now, they're all looking for the biggest profiles possible that have the most technical ability. And I definitely think he has the technical ability to go through, but I'm not sure if he has the stature and frame. So, but I think he could be a cult hero for the Reggae Boyz. I definitely think he could make the World Cup. He could bring us up some levels. But at the end of the day, like, if his ambition is to play for the UK or play for England, then I don't really look too much into the flag, because players have repped flags for the longest time. And if his father came on with the Jamaican flag, why not wear it? And even players like Cole Palmer record videos, with talking about Vibes Cartel. So yeah, I don't know how to read into that. I would just wait for the squad to be announced and then him to be at the stadium.
Come June.
You're right.
So you're saying you're not reading too much into him donning the Jamaica flag after getting promotion to the Premier League. You're not reading too much into it. That's what you're basically saying, right?
No, if Gareth Southgate calls him tomorrow and says you have a place in the squad, he's not even going to blink an eye to talk to Heimir Hallgrimsson. So I wouldn't think about it too deeply.
Yeah, but as I said, in my opinion, I don't think Hutchinson would have gone that far to don the Jamaica flag and not represent Jamaica. However, you make a good point. If Southgate calls him up tomorrow and say, you know what, Omar, you're on the plane tomorrow. If England, for some reason, Bukayo Saka is injured or some other player that plays off the right hand side, then potentially, I'm not saying he could be someone that would be called up, because you have the likes of Jared Bowen as well, who's having a wonderful season, and he has been knocking on the door for some time now. He has been in the England team before, but not on a consistent basis. So Omar is more down the pecking order. But one thing I would like to say is that the thing with a lot of these players from England, you have to give credit to them in terms of they believe in themselves and they back themselves in terms of the talent that they have. If you look at the likes of Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney, I always said that a couple seasons ago, no one thought that they would have been in the England setup, and they've played well for their respective clubs. And if Omar Hutchinson comes back to England, whether he's playing for Chelsea or Ipswich or any other team within England or somewhere else across the globe, and he's performing well, then he will be knocking on the door to join the England squad come the future, but not for this Euros, to be honest. But in your opinion, you're saying that you're not reading too much into it. Some folks as well, they're saying they're not reading too much into it. Some folks are saying that it's a PR stunt from Omar Hutchinson to force the hand of Gareth Southgate. But I know Southgate is looking at Omar Hutchinson as a potential player for this Euro squad. And then the next thing is, if England goes to the Euros and they fail miserably or they don't win the Euros, then I think Gareth Southgate will be leaving at the end of the Euros. You know what I'm saying? So the future for England, it's a bit not bleak, but it's unknown to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But let me get some comments surrounding Omar Hutchinson and see what the folks are saying. Kevin Facey, big up yourself. Javon Wilson, Bailey coming, bro. Stop hating from Javon Wilson. I don't know how I'm quite hating on Leon Bailey, but have a wonderful Sunday. RJ, like the stream with the visuals, it's very different. Good job. Big up yourself, RJ. Chorus Carnif. Chorus, big up yourself. People, once again, if you're just joining, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, if you are new, subscribe to the Reggae Boyz Weekly. Chorus Carnif, up. Chorus, big up yourself. Also, big up Tennessee Lewis, 50-50. Bless up, definitely Tennessee Lewis. Tennessee, share your thoughts surrounding Omar Hutchinson. Are you reading? How are you assessing the situation with Omar Hutchinson done in the 876 flag? Do you think you will eventually accept the call up for the next World Cup qualifiers that we have coming up in June? Also, we have the Copa America coming up as well. But Dylan, in terms of Omar Hutchinson, right? He obviously plays predominantly off that right hand side, and obviously you know that Leon Bailey is taking a so-called break, right? Not a suspension. He's taking a break from the national team. So with that spot being vacant, do you think Omar Hutchinson could even add more to that position compared to what Leon Bailey has shown us so far in that position?
I was thinking about the fact that Harvey Elliott today had a wonderful game for Liverpool. Although, I'm not the biggest, fan or supporter of Liverpool. And I don't even know if Harvey is getting a sniff, if you get what I mean. So I think he could do a job for Leon Bailey. I think he would come with a level of professionalism and a point to prove. But I mean, what does that mean at the end of the day? Like, Bailey could come back from his break and finally show us the player that he wants to be. And yeah, I really hope Hutchinson is taking the step forward with Jamaica, because long term it just makes more sense for his career. And I think it's better to be a hero for Jamaica than end up as just another player for England. But I can respect the ambition that he's showing. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Bailey's going to do what Bailey wants to do, and Bailey says that he's bigger than Bob Marley and Usain Bolt. So
did Leon Bailey say that? Are you trying to be? What's it about?
The way he acts, he acts like his name is Lionel Messi.
So that's what you got from the interview, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely.
I think that's a bit extreme. Listen, I didn't agree with the interview, but I don't think he came across as being bigger than Bolt or Bob Marley, honestly.
No, bro. If you kind of look at it, bro, like you wouldn't do that if you didn't feel like you're that big. Like, you'd never go on the English media and go on the Chunks and Philly pod and then start talking about Unai Emery like that. So I think and I'm genuinely just overstating it, but I think we need people that are ready to fight no matter what. Just put it on the pitch. No excuses, just play. And giving back to your country because you're rich is just something that you do if you love your country at the end of the day. So yeah, that's just my thoughts.
Okay. But let me ask you this question, right? Now, numerous YouTubers out there, and I'm big up to all the Jamaican YouTubers as well, right? They've done countless amount of videos on Leon Bailey and the situation surrounding him being suspended or him taking a so-called break. Now, with the likelihood of Omar Hutchinson representing Jamaica moving forward, some folks are saying that we should have both players within the national team. Now, some Jamaicans are also saying that Leon Bailey disrespected the country. He disrespected the fans. He disrespected the team, so he should never be back in the team. Some folks are going to that extreme. The lens of being that extreme. Now, I'm not in agreement with that, right? Now, obviously, you said that from the interview you took that he was saying that he's bigger than Bob Marley, whatever the case is. Do you think he still has a place within this national team moving forward? Do you think having him and Omar Hutchinson within this team, or do you think it should be Omar Hutchinson and Dujon Whisper Richards?
Well, I mean, we could set up like a Liverpool still. Like, we could as I said, do the Harvey Elliott Salah type thing. Like, Leon Bailey at the end of the day is world class and he's supposed to be a top 5 winger in the world. So yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then give him the support that he needs to be able to take on, the likes of Brazil and Argentina at this next Copa America. And I think Whisper is knocking on the door. He must be. He has to be knocking at the door at this point, because the form that he's showing at the academy level is probably, the England academy level is at, I would say, close to some professional football leagues of some players that we have in the current setup.
Like who? Like who? You dropping word for Kaim? What is it? Is it's
Well,
close?
I mean, he does play to a higher level than Karim Dixon. That's. I'm a Rennet fan, but that's the reality of the situation. Like,
Yeah.
um, so I think Whisper is a natural talent. You could say that he's at, based off where he's playing at, is at the level of like a Cephas or whatever. So yeah, I think it's just important to think about these things. And I think Hallgrimsson has a job to do. And he's starting to get selection headaches, which is extremely and incredibly important.
Hmm. I mean, I think personally, Whisper should get back into this team easily. I think there are some players within the team who they serve no purpose. The question is, who do you replace? Who do you take out of the team to replace with Whisper with? We're gonna get into that because we're gonna do a combined level. But let me tell this coming from LG. LG, big up yourself. While I know that Omar is on top of his game, will Omar perform at the same level with different players? Waiting to hear your thoughts. His friendly games weren't great either. Another Bailey. Well, RJ, that's a good question surrounding Omar Hutchinson. And I mean, Dylan, if you know anything about football, players transform club form to not many players transfer club form to their countries, right? You have the likes of Lewandowski, who for Poland, he's not the Lewandowski of the Bayern or the Barcelona, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? And they have many players out there who the club form just doesn't transfer to country. However, in terms of Omar Hutchinson, I think he's a type of player that will perform for the country. I know that Algie alluded to the fact that his two appearances for Jamaica weren't good. However, he was a player that was still learning the game, and now that he was with Ipswich, playing so many games, having over 15 goal contributions, I think Omar Hutchinson coming back to the national team now, if he does play for us, I think that's a different Omar Hutchinson compared to the one that we saw in those two games for Jamaica, because now he's a bit more developed compared to when we got him. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, Algie, I don't think Omar would be an next Leon Bailey within this national team. With him getting first team football, whatever the case is, and that experience, I think that helps him in playing for Jamaica moving forward if he does play. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Kevin Facey. Kevin Facey says that this is not a relationship where you can take a break. Ballers are coming. Be careful. What you said, Dylan? You wouldn't take a break in your relationship. That's not how it works.
No, I mean, a break for me is a break up still. So,
So you said Leon Bailey taking a break it should be a breakup from the national team.
in a romantic sense, that's just my idea. If my girl say, "Oh, we need to take a break," then it sounds like a breakup. But take that for what it is.
Yeah. Corey Scarniff is laughing at the comment that Kevin Facey left. But you see, football, it's a game that's based on opinion. I don't think there's any wrong and right in football most of the times. I mean, obviously, if a man tell me say Kaim Dixon better than Messi, I'm gonna laugh. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? So, but in terms of football, has always been based on personal opinions. Ultimately, decisions do not come down to us as the fans. Oftentimes, or sometimes, fans are they're right compared to managers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you see managers like Eric Ten Hag, for example, do some stupid stuff, and then when he makes that change that fans have been calling for, you see where things work out better. So some folks will say that Leon Bailey shouldn't be back in the team. Some folks say that he should be in the team. Some folks say that he's the best footballer that we have for the country at this moment in time. Obviously, the form doesn't show that in terms of the makeup of the player that Leon Bailey is, in terms of what he entails, like the facets to his game. I think he's one of our best players by name. But in terms of what he does for the country on the pitch, it's not the Leon Bailey that we're looking for. It's not the Leon Bailey that's at Aston Villa. I know that someone said, should he wear the Aston Villa shirt under the Reggae Boyz jersey? Dicanio Tomlinson, I think I pronounced the last name right? Tomlinson. Dicanio, big up yourself. New media, where else now? Let me see what new media. Let me get new media's comment. Also, people, if you're just joining once again, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. New media 876. Let's see, because I think Hutchinson is a very good player. Definitely. 17 goal contributions this season across all competitions, and I think this is his first season in professional football. Before this, he was in the youth academy with Chelsea. So for his first season in the championship as well, listen, the championship is not a walkover, to be honest, man. So I think Omar Hutchinson has done well for himself. But once again, people, hit the subscribe button as you join. Now, before we get more in depth into today's show, right, we're going to do a combined 11. No, this team that you're seeing, this is not the combined 11 that we will be using. By the help of you guys taking, your comments, we're going to implement it within this combined 11. We're going to also make a bench as well. So whenever we do reach to this segment, drop your comments or drop your thoughts in the comment section so we can go ahead and build our combined 11. Obviously, you guys see Leon building this, but I will omit him since he's on a break from the national team, not suspended, on a so-called break. But let's get into our next thing, right? Now, let's talk about Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson and some of the problems he has coming up for the World Cup qualifiers as well as the Copa America as well. Now we have a situation where you saw against the United States where the squad was depleted to an extent, and how we played against the United States was not really how we wanted to play, and and it was so unlucky that Kohlberg scored that own goal, and it's a part of football. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain positions within the team that we need to rectify, or Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson needs to rectify. First of all, midfield being one. You see Damian Lowe in that position. Also, we have the likes of Casey Palmer, who I'm willing to give Casey Palmer a bit more time because I don't want to be unfair to him. Against the United States and against Panama, we didn't play in a way where we would have seen the Casey Palmer that we see at Coventry. In terms of the midfield, right? Do you think we should bring back Ravel Morrison into the midfield? Because someone asked me that question. They said I should talk about it on the show. What do you think about Ravel Morrison? He's not playing at a club currently. Personally, before you even answer, it cannot be the case where you're not playing football for a club and you get into the national team. What do you have to say about that?
Bro, it's time for us to move on, bro. We need to think better. This is not FIFA. A part of fitness is being at your club, training, getting in-game matches. Bro, we're not a party shop, dog. We can't bring back somebody that was just good 10 years ago, dog. Like, it's time to move on. Like, I'd rather us bring somebody from the JPL. And you guys can drop in the comments who from JPL that could be that's playing regular minutes. Because what does that communicate? What does that communicate to the rest of the players out there? What does that communicate Akaim Dixon? That I was just good 10 years ago, therefore I am going to be selected to play football again for the national team, bro. No, we need to do better than that.
Pertaining to LJ, is there a date for the 60-man squad drop? I think it's either today or tomorrow. No, I was doing some research. I think it's actually today or tomorrow. But tomorrow, the latest pertaining to the 60-man squad, the provisional 60-man squad being dropped. Joe Shy 876, big up yourself, Presser, aka Dennis Strong cousin, bro. I don't know why this guy keep bringing up Dennis Strong. But Dylan, in terms of Ravel Morrison, bro, it's such a shame that Ravel Morrison doesn't have a club in 2024. But Ravel Morrison is a player that he has been known for having personal problems or issues within his life. So is it a case where this current Ravel Morrison, does he have personal problems in his life as to why he can't get a club? Or is it that he has exhausted his not grace period, but is it that he has exhausted his time in football where clubs would be looking out for him? Ravel Morrison has played for 14 professional clubs across his career, bro. 14. The amount of clubs that has given Ravel Morrison a chance after chance, time after time. And for some reason, he just can't hold on a club. And for me, bro, if Ravel Morrison cannot hold on a club in MLS, I think it's done. I think his relationship with the Reggae Boyz, it's finished. Because if he can't cut it in the MLS, bro, okay, he was at DC United with Wayne Rooney. Obviously, they shared a personal relationship from the time at United. But, bro, there's so many, I have to say it, there's so many shit teams within the MLS. Literally. And the guy can't get a club within the MLS. I know that somebody said recently, I think it was Danny Jordan on a different program, said that we should send Ravel Morrison to the JPL. Probably could play for Arnett Gardens or one of the team there. Then maybe him could have got back in the national team. You see me, I say? The man, or maybe we can form a club and play Ravel Morrison, but I think his time is done in the national team. But in terms of the midfield, bro, we have a big issue in terms of the creative aspect of the midfield. You know what I'm saying? And there's no player at this moment in time that we can look at to say that this player is the fix for the creative side of the midfield as well, and also the defensive side, because Damian Lowe, he's not a creative player, he's more of a centre back that's morphed into a central defensive midfielder to an extent, because if you look at him against Canada and against the United States and against Panama, he was more box to box. You know what I'm saying? But he's not natural to that position. So we don't have a player who's creative enough. We don't have a player who can play as a six who's defensive enough and has that type of profile. I mean, there are countless amount of players. There are countless amount of players out there, but are these players the right fit? Do they have the right quality for this Reggae Boyz team? And I think we're evolving at a rapid rate, because if you look at the team in other years, right, we have a lot of wingers that can potentially come in. We have a lot of strikers that we're being linked with. We have a lot of defenders that we're being linked with as well, fullbacks to be exact. But when it comes on to the midfield in terms of creativity and in terms of on the defensive aspect, there are literally no midfielders out there. I mean, you have midfielders out there, but is it that they're at the level for this Reggae Boyz team? That's the big thing. I know that you have Delano Spat, who I recently watched some highlights of. I think he's a midfielder. He plays for Fulham, the under-21s. He recently beat Chelsea. I think they thrashed Whisper's team 4-0, I believe it was. But let me take some more comments before we move forward. But, you know, obviously, I think we both agree that Ravel Morrison going forward is not the answer for this Jamaica team moving forward. Owen, New Media 876, that's not even B team, more like C team. What is he referring to? If it's the team that I pulled up on screen, no, that's not the team that we're going to be using. By the help of you guys, we're going to create a combined 11 with a bench as well. King Robert Bailey should be in the squad. And, you know, see, King Robert has a different opinion. And I agree with King Robert as well. I think it's a case where Bailey should be in the squad once his so-called break is up, or suspension, whichever one it is. Who is this? Eddie Guna, big up yourself. It's not a party shop where Ravel going. No, it's not a party shop where Ravel going from. Nobody else wants him. Why should we? Exactly. You know, if a club don't want Ravel Morrison, Dylan, why Jamaica must take him up?
You realize he's the same age as Jesse Lingard?
Really?
That's crazy, isn't it?
I mean,
it's crazy, bro.
He's in the same boat as Lingard, minus the antics that Lingard normally has, the fun side. I don't think Ravel has that type of childish side to him, you know. Owen, he wasn't cut from DC because of discipline issues. No, I'm not saying he was cut because of discipline issues, but I'm saying if you can't hold on a club in the MLS, whether it's based on performances or whatever the case is, then there's nothing more I can say surrounding the career of that type of player, like a Ravel Morrison. Bro, MLS, no disrespect to the league itself, but there's so many mediocre teams within MLS where you can't hold on a team, you can't find a next team. If he was cut from DC United because of maybe contract issues or maybe poor performances, I mean, surely, bro, there are worse teams in the MLS than DC United. The man could have picked up a team anywhere else in the globe. And I think he was actually linked with a team in League One back in England, but he didn't take the opportunity. But I think there were a lot of clubs in for Ravel Morrison. It's just, but I think Ravel Morrison is a different case. You know what I'm saying? It's a case where when that time comes, they'll have to donate his brain. Or what's the thing called? CTE? No, that's, I think, when you're in the NFL, you get a CTE. I don't know, bro. But I know when people donate the brain, whatever the case is. So, yeah. Kevin Williams, Javon Wilson, Leon Bailey beat himself. In my opinion, Leon must not wear back a next Reggae Boyz jersey, even if him take his own money and buy one. Like, oh, we don't need Jamaica, we don't need him. Yo, Kevin, that's a bit extreme. The man say, yo, I'll if him buy him one jersey. Yo, Dylan, I'll if Leon buy him one jersey, you'd give him a jersey so him can wear?
Well, I think that Leon Bailey might be the richest man in Jamaica. So I think he should be able to buy a jersey for everybody in the country. So,
are the richest footballer in Jamaica?
Well, you know, maybe it's top 5 of the richest people in Jamaica in general. So,
you think so?
No, but I mean, at
that's a bit extreme.
With the attitude that he portrays, you know, big up to Leon Bailey. But yeah, bro, I think that's at this point, you just must be that rich to have this sway. You get me?
Black Stars Radio, latest on Mason Greenwood. Listen, I'm no Fabrizio Romano. However, this is not surrounding the Reggae Boyz, but the last known report surrounding Mason Greenwood was pertaining to United. United will be selling him this summer. So, but that has nothing to do with Reggae Boyz. But that's the latest update surrounding Mason Greenwood as he's concerned. Miguel Forbes. Miguel say, what happened to the JC youth? Tariq McGee. Come on, Miguel, where you live? Me no say have a TV, Miguel. You know say Tariq McGee days done, man. Tariq McGee, them man the days done. Tariq McGee is what, like 24, 25 now? Something like that. Where's Tariq McGee even playing? I think he's playing in the JPL, right? Tariq McGee. I think it's the USL or JPL. I believe it's the USL actually, you know.
Not a
Is it
far
the
from
USL? It's the USL. Yeah, the USL. Yeah, Tariq McGee is playing in the USL to be honest. Casey Palmer is a very creative midfielder. I vibes, big up himself. Yeah, for Coventry he tends to play well, but you know, for Jamaica, I think we play in a different way. So it doesn't really unlock Casey Palmer to give him that type of freedom to for him to express himself. And this is why I'm willing to give Casey Palmer like the World Cup qualifiers as well. In those two games, I need to see a different side of Casey Palmer, and hopefully we can play not say a bit more expansive, but hopefully we can play a bit more possessive base, especially on the attacking forefront, to see the likes of Casey Palmer going forward. Omar Johnson, Bailey, and Gray together. What?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, Gary.
But what does
Yeah,
that come mean?
what's Gary mean, man?
Okay then. I didn't get that joke. But Jairus, big up yourself. Up 50-50. Owen. Yo, what?
You
You
really need to be exposed. It's true. So forward on the live so that you can show us and tell us.
exposed to what? What are you going to expose us to?
No, I
Like,
think you were talking about the comment of he's the richest man in Jamaica. Yes, Jairus.
no, that's Dylan. That's not me. I mean, if I said that, you know, maybe
I think like, bro, like
no, Bill is the richest footballer in Jamaica, but not the richest man in Jamaica. Our top five. Yeah, I'm definitely I'll be sarcastic, you see me? Because I need to beat out Bolt or Leach and all them people there. I saw Bailey Akis. Well, you're right, Dylan. He probably acts like the richest man in Jamaica, you know?
yeah, I mean you have to be confident, you know.
Is he the Kylian Mbappe of Jamaica?
Most
Minus the performances for his country. Jerman Wilson, not for only bad mind the man because he Jamaican. Bailey coming and playing for us. We need our born Jamaican to play with heart. Well,
it's true. I just want every single thing Bailey has in life, like he's my hero.
you think at the end of his career he should become?
I don't know what Bailey has. I want nothing.
I don't know. Maybe the GLE. I don't know. Or the Benz, some type of stuff. But once again, people, before we go forward, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and also go ahead and like the live. But you know, in terms of Leon Bailey and Omar Hutchinson, I think it's a case where Leon Bailey will eventually, I believe he will eventually come back to the national team. You know, listen, growing up in Jamaica, especially when you're on the path of becoming a professional footballer, one of the dream is to take Jamaica back to the World Cup. You know, one of the dream is to represent your country, and I think what Leon Bailey did is just one of those things where he has to learn from. And once he's back into the national team, hopefully he can perform for the Reggae Boyz moving forward. I don't think it's a case where Leon Bailey will be wanting to miss out on representing Jamaica at the 2026 World Cup if we make it. Also, I believe that Leon Bailey could be back into the team for Copa America, because for me, if I'm Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson, it's one phone call and, you know, Leon Bailey had a misunderstanding, whatever the case is. I need it back into the team to add firepower going forward. Now, ultimately, the decision will come down to Leon Bailey, and if he doubles down stating that he's taking a break from the team, then I guess we have to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll truly see that he's taking a break from the team, because if Coach Heimir Hallgrimsson calls up Leon Bailey and said that, you know, we need it for Copa America, and he declines the call up, then, you know, obviously, I guess we just have to give him time, and as much time as he needs moving forward. But, you know, we have to find other players within that position to replace Leon Bailey for the time being until he gets back into the national team. But for me, it's not a case where when he gets back into the national team, he just like walks straight back into his position, because he has not been performing for Jamaica for the longest while. So if it's the case where Omar Hutchinson comes into this team and he's performing, Leon Bailey just doesn't walk in and knock out Omar Hutchinson out of that position or any other respective player. You know what I'm saying? But let me ask a question though. What do you think about Kaheem Dixon in this team? Kaheem Dixon or Dejan Whisper Richards moving forward? Who gets into this team? If there's one spot, and I don't want to use the word developmental, right? If there's one spot available for like a young player, who should get that spot?
As an Arnett fan, I'd say Dixon, but I think all things considered, Um, if Bailey is not in the squad, unfortunately, I think it definitely has to be Whisper, because we definitely need that kind of profile, like kind of Maverick on the right side.
Mm.
Although my boy Bobby Reed did a job, so I don't know.
My question 50-50. Leon Billy ever play a game for Jamaica as good as Gray? See win game for us like Gray. No, obviously not. Leon Billy has never. I can't remember a game to be honest where Leon Billy has really performed where I'm like, that was a good performance. And to be honest, you know what I was really upset by when we played against Canada and we beat them in Canada to advance. I remember Leon Billy on Elite Sports, Ryan, big up yourself. He said to Ryan that, whenever he plays for Jamaica, he's only lost like 3 games, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, in my mind, I was like, bro, you act like say you were the guy that was the saving grace that got us back into a game. He act like say I didn't score the go ahead goal to win us the game. Leon Billy has never had games like a Shamar Nicholson or Bromar Agri or Bobby Reed or some of those other respective players. You know what I'm saying? So, Chris Smith, to answer your comment, Leon Billy has never really had a performance where we all can look back and say, oh, that's the Leon Billy we want to see. I remember there was a game in which he scored, which I think was at the National Stadium. That was a good game by him, but probably that was the only game I can remember. Kevin Williams, Corey Scarniff, we don't need Bailey. But, Dylan, let me say this, right? I think the worst thing that Leon Billy did was that interview, to be honest, because it has really divided the Reggae Boyz fans in terms of how they view Leon Billy. You know what I'm saying? It has really divided the nation. Not only Reggae Boyz fans, but a lot of Jamaicans who don't even really watch the team. Them feel like Leon Billy disrespect them too. You see me I say? So I just say it goes still, but bro, that interview reminded me of Ronaldo and Piers Morgan. Trust me. And I think people did draw that comparison. New Media 876 Whisper, but both for me. Omar Johnson, Devontae Campbell from Mount Pleasant in Bailey's spot. What's your thoughts on a lot of the JPL? What are your thoughts on JPL players getting into the team other than like Kaheem Dixon? You think it should just be like 2 JPL players at best, or you think we can expand it? Like how you view the team in terms of local
So
based
I
players
think
getting into the team?
Joel Cunningham to get a spot in the team, but
Mhm.
he's a left-footed centre back. But I mean, I don't know. I think the coach must know when the players are ready. I mean, I guess his job is to probably go watch some of the JPL games. So he must know who's ready from who is not ready. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say on it other than that. You just kind of hope for the best and hope that he's putting the best team out there. And if the Nations League was anything to go by, then I trust him. So
Mm. Chris Smith, Pinnock is better than Leon for me. Chris Smith, not Ethan Pinnock, they play different positions, or is a bigger player than
no,
Leon
yeah,
Billy. Chris
you
Smith,
can stick Ethan Pinnock on the right wing.
I say, you think he do a better job than Leon Bailey?
I never said that. I'm going to say a lot of sarcastic things.
I like him. It's one of the French player. Look up Eric Cantona before 1998 World Cup. So Eric Cantona kind of had a disciplinary issue as well. I remember I got suspended from United when they kick the was it a fan back in I think United back in those times they were playing against Crystal Palace, and the man think him kick a fan in the middle or something. Property Sport JA said he played well against El Salvador and Haiti. I think it was the El Salvador game I saw him in which he played good. Ricardo Rodriguez. I'm sorry, Ricardo Rodriguez. I say when Robbie Earl and Marcus came to play for J, but then they had higher rankings and player ratings. They were humble and not hype. All right. Well, me and Dylan never really born back in them time, but thanks for giving us that knowledge. Let me take new media comment. New media, local based players just not ready. Yeah, that's true. I don't think local based players are ready at this moment in time. I mean, obviously, Kaim Dixon for me can be a player that can get into this team, which he has. But I don't think Kaim Dixon should get back a spot until he gets a move to Europe, and then he's playing for whether it's Europe or North America, whatever the case is, minus Canada, and minus Mexico as well. If it's in the MLS or somewhere across the globe in a good European league. But for me, I think with the way how Whisper's performing out of those two players, I think Whisper has to get back in over Kahim Dixon. Kevin Williams said, Chris May, Leon Bailey is ranked 14th best winger in the world, but he is garbage for Jamaica. On a world level, he is better than Gray, but Gray is a better player for the Reggae Boyz. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Bailey on the world level is better. It's a better player than Demarai Gray, and Demarai Gray is a better player for the Reggae Boyz. Yeah, and Demarai Gray has shown that in his performances as well. Chris Smith said 50-50. I'm saying Pinnock plays better for Jamaica than Leon Bailey. Yeah, definitely. Big up to Ethan Pinnock as well. Yeah, he definitely performs for Jamaica. You would agree, right, Dylan?
Yeah, big up.
Yeah.
Podcast, as Pinnock said.
And he automatically gets back into this team as well. He automatically gets back into the defense. Richard Ties, big up himself. He dissed the French team before the World Cup, and the coach dropped him, and the teams went on to win their first World Cup. And just to draw
So we're going to win the World Cup?
Well, maybe the Copa America first. So if we dance a yard before dance abroad. And dancing a yard is kind of in America because that's our backyard. You know the way they.
True.
But listen, bro, if Jamaica win the Copa America, Jamaica mash up, I tell you. But let me say this, right? You know that when Leon Bailey was suspended from the team, right? Or he took a so-called break, we did actually perform good enough. Because, bro, if it wasn't for that Corey Burke own goal, would have went on to the finals. Was it the final?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, would have went on to the final, and I believe we could have beat Mexico. Trust me. Because Mexico wasn't good in the Nations League, to be honest, especially in that final when I watched it. They weren't the best team. And in recent time as well, Mexico, USA cannot beat them up since recently, you see me? Really big up yourself. It is crucial to have all our key players available for the World Cup qualifiers. He chooses the wrong time to turn his back on his country.
Is there a good time to turn your back on your country?
Never.
So I don't know. I don't know where to go with that comment still.
Yo, what the artist said, never. What's his name again? Never do that, something like that. But let me add to that, right? Me now say, I don't feel like it was a break from them, but I believe it was a suspension. And the reason being, Jamaica will qualify for the semi-finals of the Nations League, right? We're going to play the United States. And you tell me that Leon Bailey really look on them team and say, yo, may I go take a break? So you tell me, say, what if it was the Copa America semi-final? Although that tournament will be played in one, right? But say the Copa America was like separated, where we would have the quarterfinal and then the semi-final and next date. And we make it to the semi-final. You have to say Leon Bailey would look on the team and tell the team, say, yo, you want to take a break? You get what I say? What if the World Cup was split where the quarterfinals would have been in like, say, December, and then the finals would have been like in, say, March or whatever the case is? Leon Bailey would have really look on the team and say, yo, you want to take a break? Come on, bro. But I think we've all seen through the lies of the Phoenix camp, especially pertaining to Craig Butler, who they said that he's the puppet master for Leon Bailey. Their vibes. That's how it said. That's how it's pronounced. Their vibes. When Bailey create chances, the man them no score. Tell me which chance Leon Bailey create for them man. When the man they create chance for Leon Bailey no score. They said Leon Bailey go play against Canada down at the national stadium, and the man missed 3 chances in front of goal. Plus one would he go play Canada in the second leg as well. So yeah, the man they might have scored, but I like say the man they might not be scoring, but I like say Leon Bailey a score as well. Chris Smith, Kevin Williams, Leon Bailey have way more games for Jamaica. Demarai Gray just came in. His decision making, technical ability, he looks like the better player. And Dylan, you agree that Gray is the better player, right?
No.
Well, not the better player, but performs better for Jamaica.
Yeah, I feel like that's stating the obvious at this point. Can we do the combined 11 now?
Yeah, let me tell you the last point. He might keep partying now before Copa. Yo, people, make sure you reach and make you see me, when June something, just the day before Copa America start, make sure you reach and you get me? I say, but people, listen, we need the help of you guys. But before we get into the combined 11, right? Once again, if you are new, hit the subscribe button and like the video as well. Now, Dylan, let's get into the combined 11. Now, people, listen up. This is not the official combined 11 because obviously Leon Bailey is taking a break from the national team. Now, let's say, for instance, Omar Hutchinson is going to play for the Reggae Boyz. So we're going to use him on the right-hand side. I think for most of you guys in the comment section, you guys would agree that Omari should play off the right-hand side. But Dylan, before we get into the combined 11, right? Um,
You choose a formation.
let me just hear the thoughts of the people. Which formation you guys want to use? Which formation you
Or
think is the best
formation.
formation? Which formation for the team you guys want us to use in this combined level? Let me get the comments of you guys. Um, what does the guy say?
Your views have earned the sub.
Your views have earned the sub. Rich
Respect.
ties, big up yourself. Yeah, people, which formation you want to use for this combined level? Currently, it's the 3-4-3, and this was the formation we used against Canada. Not Canada, my bad. United States. I can't remember which. I think we played the same thing against Canada, you know. Yeah. So Jeremy, same one used the 3-4-3, which is basically the 5-2-3 to an extent, right? Depends on the transition. All right then. Jeremy said 3-4-3. So we're gonna go with the 3-4-3, Dylan, right? Now, all right, people. Obviously, the front three minus Leon Billy works out itself. Who you guys want as the striker? Shamar Nicholson or Mikel Antonio? Dylan, what says you?
Has to be Antonio for the experience, but yeah, imagine we see a return of Mikel Antonio to the right wing back position. That would have clean, you know. Phew.
I think we should build it from scratch, right?
Yeah, build it from scratch, man.
I could build it from scratch. I could build it from scratch, people. You see me? All right, boom. All right, some players in your wife will go move out. You see me? So 3-4-3, we're going. All right, 3-4-3. All right, so boom. Obviously, this mix up, but for the striker, we're gonna go with Mikel Antonio, right?
Yeah.
And just help me out with the comments as well, Dylan. Tell me what the comments saying.
Rich Toys says Antonio.
All right, Antonio.
Mm.
Let me just make some change here. So
Nowadays says Antonio every day over buzzer.
Antonio every day over buzzer.
Mm.
All right, so I can fix it here now. Antonio, let me say. So Mikel Antonio as the striker for the Reggae Boyz, right? Right wing people. I could go with Omar Hutchinson. What am I say? Omar Hutchinson for the right wing.
They haven't responded yet.
All right, I can see it.
But it's between, are we going to their Dream 11 or we're going to their...
let's just do it with the current players that's available.
All
So
right.
Bobby Reed.
I would put Bobby Reed on the right wing.
All right, so Bobby Reed then. I could go with Bobby Reed.
Say Deca
Yo,
10.
where is it?
10.
10.
No, you miss it. There. Yeah.
What do you want to put him name as there? All right then. Left wing, obviously, Demar Gray, right? Demar Gray takes that position. Yeah. Demar Gray. Most of the people in the comments I say. Chris Cardiff said Bobby. Richie Toy said Hutchinson. Should we include Omar Hutchinson?
Well, he hasn't committed yet. So,
Yeah.
and if it's 3-4-3, then
No, Jadim. Bailey, I take a break from the team. You see me, I say so. That's the thing. We can't go put him in the combined level. Him say Girl for the left hand side, Low out of the midfield, and Dujan Sterling in. Eric Smith. Is Dujan Sterling available for this Reggae Boyz team though? That's the question. Isn't me? So them I agree over the left hand side, right? And let me make sure it's the right grass. I think
look at this guy. Kevin Williams, you're trying to get us in trouble.
what Kevin Williams say?
Tyreek McGee is the ball boy or something. Wow.
Yeah, another boy, the water boy. Isn't me? The water boy. But all right, them I agree, right?
Yeah.
I think them I wears the number 12 for Jamaica.
Right.
Number 12.
Yes, 12.
All right, number 12. All right. Right wing back. I think obviously Lembikisa gets into this position. I think everyone would agree with Lembikisa getting into this position. Left wing back would be Greg Lee.
We have a shot for Nelson.
Reese Nelson.
Mm.
Reese Nelson. You know, so probably I forgot to make a Dream 11 though. So after this, we'll make a Dream 11. You see me? So Greg Lee gets in on the left hand side as the left wing back, so I'm put Greg Lee over there. So now, people, the midfield situation is a bit tricky now because honestly, what say you guys in terms of the current available players? Damian Lowe have to go back into the midfield. We don't have no choice. We don't
One
have no
second.
choice.
1 second, presser. Somebody says we need you to make a starting 11 with realistic potential players.
But watch out, we could make a starting level with the current
Yeah,
available players, and then
and
we
then we'll make
transition
a
to
next one. Yeah.
yeah, and then we make a realistic potential one. You see me?
Or in the
Kevin,
next live, if your guys forward back and bring your friend, then we'll make one with their realistic potential
all
players.
right,
But let's
Kevin
see, let's
Faith is Kara Anderson. So people, Kara Anderson and Damian Lowe in the center of the midfield. What you guys want?
they
What's it?
already set the backline. Maybe we should go backline first. Because them said them want Pinot Bernard and Joel Latibodier. So
Pinnock?
then no. So why we can't get Michael Hector over Bernard? What do you think, Presso?
But we're on the midfield now, because the midfield is an easy fix.
Them
Let me
not coming
just.
to the midfield still. Them not
All right, them
interested.
say Kara Anderson, right? Let me transition Damian Lowe to this thing. Put in
On the rest of man.
Johnson. Who, Daniel Johnson?
Mm.
Nah, bro. Daniel Johnson not playing for my football right now.
Travis,
So,
big up for the update. Is apparently Arnett 1, Cavalier 1 halftime.
oh wow. Travis Pessoa, big up yourself. Yo, Travis, who you want to see at the combined level? What's you, Travis? But you know, so Arnett Gans my care for that game though still. But honestly, Damian Lowe has to be back into this midfield, bro, because literally we have no fix for the midfielders currently at this moment in time. Somebody say Kara Anderson, or should we go with Casey Palmer? What do you think? Because personally, I would
I
want to see
think
Casey
it
Palmer
needs
back in
some
this game.
time. But we need some steel in the midfield, man.
Seriously, Kara Anderson. I mean, I already have Damian Lowe who
Yeah,
runs
Damian
around like a
Lewis.
headless chicken, aka the walking red card.
What?
And that the man them call the man the walking red card. You see me?
Like, who calls him that?
If people call him that man.
Who?
People. Reggae Boyz fans call the man the walking red card. You see me?
That's crazy.
Alright, what the comments I say? Oh, me could just switch out the goalkeeper. Obviously Andrea Blake gets back into this team. You see me? I say. So Blake gets into this combined 11. Deshaun Bernard, right centre back. Javian Brown. Okay, drop Javian Brown and put in. Is Ethan Pinnock on the bench? Yes, he is on the bench. So Ethan Pinnock gets back into this team. And what them say? Joel Latibodier? And
People say that he gets snubbed.
Latibodier gets snubbed. So who getting over Latibodier? Who
I
getting
think
over Latibodier?
Michael Hector.
Michael
No,
Hector?
I think take out Bernard and then put in Latibodier and Hector.
So alright then. So take out Deshaun Bernard. Jano. Alright then. What the people say will work with you now. So Hector and Latibodier. All right, so boom. This would be the starting level. Let me see what the people in the comment section saying surrounding the starting level. Chris Smith say, Travis, I am going to watch the game. The Sports Prophecy TV. The coach believes in Casey Palmer, so he'll more than likely be in there. Yeah, I was thinking Casey Palmer, to be honest, because I want to see more of Casey Palmer in this team. Travis was Pinnock, Hector, and Lati back three. All right, then we'll have that in the back three. I think the wing backs work out themselves as well. I think I'm going to include Casey Palmer because personally I want to see more of Casey Palmer within this team. I get me, I said Dylan. So I think I have to go with Casey Palmer. So let me add him in this thing. Which number Casey Palmer wear for the Reggae Boyz again?
Let me check real quick.
You know, I had the squad pulled up as well, but let me see.
People in the comments, tell us what number Casey Palmer is.
I think I found it actually.
14.
All right, number 14. Casey Palmer, I don't know. Add him to this note. Boom, 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 boom. Can't find him.
Chris Smith says if we continue with low in the midfield, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but Chris Smith, we don't have nobody else. You get me? I say we don't have nobody else to play over Damian Lowe. But I swear this. Oh, Seymour, number 14.
Mm.
What is it? 44.
Oh, because you have somebody else as 14. Stewart.
Well, the most of the team anyway. So, all right, boom. So we have Casey Palmer, right? So I'm gonna take out Kara Anderson and put in Casey Palmer. Yeah, Casey Palmer has to get into this team. You see me? Travis say Low will play in the midfield as CDM. Yeah, Damian Lowe going to play in this midfield, so that's one of the reasons I put him back into this team. So people, I'm gonna look at the team now in general. So this is the team that you guys have basically selected. So starting out from the back, we have Andre Blake, the captain, as the goalkeeper, Michael Hector, Ethan Pinnock, and Joel Latibodier as the back three. Then we have Lembe Kisa and Greg Lee as our wing backs moving forward. Damian Lowe in the midfield with Casey Palmer. I don't think there's any fix for Damian Lowe at this moment in time. You know, there's no one that's playing that can play in that position. I mean, you have Daniel Johnson, but then again, Daniel Johnson is not playing any form of football. And, you know, knowing Travis on different platforms, Travis said, I think it's Travis. Travis said Daniel Johnson a film baller, but him not really playing a form of football. No, and I think Travis even went as far ahead to say that he shouldn't get back into the team. You get me? I say. So in that regards, I think Damian Lowe literally has to get into this midfield. You get me? I say, Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is the team. So Case Palmer and Damian Lowe in the midfield. Demarai Gray. I don't think this is the right Demarai Gray, no. How him name spell?
It's Gray.
Grey?
Ay.
Oh yes, that's right, Demarai Gray. Come now you have an ex idiot Gray in our team now, isn't it? No disrespect. But Demarai Gray, off the wing, Mikel Antonio, and then Bobby Reed off the right hand side. Now, you think we should make a bench for this team? Yeah, I think we could make a bench. What do people them say? Make a bench. Alright, so people make a bench for this team, right? Let's see. Well, Jamal wait on the bench. This man Tarek McGee have to come out. Kara Anderson remains. Russell out. Trevante Stewart out. Shamar Nicholson remains. Romario Williams will come out of this team. Gray, Bernard, Jamal wait. Brown. Who's Brown again? I can't remember. Brown comes out. So we have Wait, Demarai Gray, not Demarai Gray, Gray, Deshaun Bernard, Kara Anderson, Phillips gets out of this team, Daniel Johnson remains, and Shamar Nicholson. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the bench at this moment. I think the most he can go up to is 9 or 10. I believe it is. I think against the United States or Panama we had like 10 players, Dylan? Was 10 players on the bench? All right, so what this comment say? Kevin Williams say the Sports Perspective TV, Bailey not in the team. Yeah, we're not putting Bailey because the man say he might take a break. You get me? I say so we can't go include Leon Bailey. But wait, Dylan, we should make a bench for this team. I think Dylan is on a phone call. But yeah, people, make a bench. Again,
I was muted. Yes, we should.
All right, so make a bench. So we have Jamal Wade as the goalkeeper. We have Trayvon Gray, Deshaun Bernard, Daniel Johnson, Kara Anderson. Oh, let me take out Leon Bailey, my bad. Leon Bailey come off. Shamar Nicholson and Kara Anderson. So who else we need on this bench going forward now, people? Who else we need on this bench? Whisper Kaheem Dixon. Probably need how much center back we have already? Probably need one more center back. Probably need one more center back. What do people are saying in the comment section, Dylan?
Best distributor of the ball, Bailey out. Yeah, bro. DJ. Low make Casey Palmer look bad. We need a good player in there with Casey Palmer who understands the midfield role. Low is always out of position. Travis, that's because top of bias. Tell Hallgrimsson that not us as fans. Boys Clark, I don't know who that is. I think he'll make himself available. That was just emotional talk, but we'll have to wait and see what he does.
All right, so people, in terms of the strike force, right? Last time out against United States and Panama, when we selected that 23-man squad, Corey Burke, Kaim Dixon, they were on the bench as attacking players, right? Now, in terms of the attacking lineup or the attacking forefront for the bench, who gets into this team? Does Dujan get into this team for you guys? Does Corey Burke get back into this team? Who you guys want on the bench for this team? I think let me just start off with Whisper first. Drop
What
back Whisper.
number did he wear?
Huh?
What number did he wear?
14 the last time.
You see, he wants to be like Terry Henry.
I just put number 0 for now. Still, I don't know which number you're trying to get back. So boom, we'll put back Whisper on the team, right? From the bench. A man said Jamal Low. Travis said Whisper and Dixon can make my team over Kemar Roof and Jamal Low. Alright, Travis said Whisper and Dixon can make him team. So watch your Travis. It's because me want back Whisper on the team, I'm gonna give you Whisper, but I'm not gonna give you Kaim Dixon and Whisper at the same time. So I'm gonna give you Whisper, you see me? What the next person say? Cephas. Alright, I think Cephas has to get into this team. So let me see now. 3 attacking players. Shamar Nichols are in the team, you know. So 3 attacking players.
Somebody says, I agree. No Whisper or Dixon.
No Whisper or Dixon.
Yeah.
Jano. So you want Jamal Low and Cephas. What says you, Dylan? Who you want? Who you take? Who Cephas, Jamal Low, Kaim Dixon, Dujan, Whisper, Richards. Who gets into this team on the bench?
Jamal Low based off the experience.
Oh, Travis saying Whisper or Dixon can make our best team. No, Travis, this is for the bench. The sports perspective, Whisper over Burke for sure. Burke has experience, but Whisper is scoring goals. Cephas deserves a spot based on performance. In the CONCACAF Nations League. This person say Crystal Images Sound Production. Jamal Low. Alright, people are saying Jamal Low. You know, John, but I want to put Cephas in the team still, no. Jaja Youth. Alright. I said Jamal Low done.
Yes, I think Jamal has to make it.
But people say him not perform for him country though. Like, he's a good club player, but you know.
Yeah, but he has experience. I think that's important at the end of the day.
Alright then. So currently we have 3 attacking players. We have Jamal Low, Dujan. I think Low takes back his place in the sense that he was always in the team, to be honest. So Jamal Low, right? Alright, so we have Whisper. Them say Whisper would take Corey Burke's spot. And we have Shamar Nicholson, right? So 3 attacking players. We have 2 midfielders in Daniel Johnson and Kara Anderson. This is what? 6, 7, 8. We need 1 more defender on the team. Because we have Trayvon Gray and Deshaun Bernard. Who do we need? And next, probably centre back or left wing back. So people, what you guys say? Who the next defender to put on the bench? Yeah, the man that must say Cephas. Jamal Low always perform for Jamaica. Yeah, Travis. Yeah, but to what extent? You see me? To what extent though? I will put back Cephas in the team, to be honest, but I put Cephas on the bench. Omari Bell is injured, so can't go put back Omari Bell, and I don't know if he's returning before Copa America. I don't know I know that he did a surgery. I don't. Yeah.
It's a long-term injury. Oh no, he comes back in 2 days. In a few
Omari
days.
Bell? Omari Bell?
No. Omari Bell.
You come back in 2 days?
A few days. March. Wait. Yeah, no. His expected return is in a few days. That's what it said.
That's it, sir?
I'm more rebellious.
All right then. All right then.
But
I put Omar.
if Bell is back, then that kind of change up everything still.
Yeah. Yo, you see because him injured, me not go put him. I wouldn't want that team. Yo, people, we need a next defender from at the bench. Come on, man. All right. We need a next defender. Dylan, who's the next defender for you?
Bell, 100%.
Bell?
Mm.
Not Tavon Gray. Sorry. So Bell. How about Richard King? Richard King was in the last squad, you know. Listen, you see because Bell injured, I drop Richard King on the team. You see what I say?
Oh.
I drop Richard King on the team just because Bell injured. If Bell was back, then would I give him that spot? You know, this I got change the number still not. You see because I think Ethan Pinnock has the number 5. All right, so I could take a look at the squad now, right? So, all right, so this is the squad, people. So once again, Blake, Michael Hector, Ethan Pinnock, Lottie Bodier, Greg Lee, Damian Lowe, Casey Palmer, Lembe Kisa, Bobby Reed off the right hand side, Mikel Antonio, as well as Demarai Gray. And then the bench for this team would be the bench for this team is Wait, Tavon Gray, Richard King, Deshaun Bernard, Daniel Johnson, Kerry Anderson, Shamar Nicholson, Jamal Lowe, and Whisper. And you know, say though, Dylan, if I'm being honest with you, looking at this bench, I still don't think it's the strongest bench that we could that we can select, you know, if you're asking me. Because I wonder if I trust Whisper that much for then at this team. You see me I say? Although I'm a big advocate for getting Whisper in this team, I'd rather put Cephas over Whisper. You see me I say? What do you think?
That's a tough one still.
But I'd rather put
I feel
Cephas
like
over
face
Whisper.
off, right? Cephas has to get into the team.
So I think would I drop Whisper and put Cephas and keep Jamal Lowe as well.
Somebody said Omari Hutchinson is a must. What is Cephas?
Yeah, but if it was a definite, I mean he's a Jamaican reggae boy. That the man them call him on. You get me? I say. But watch out, I'm gonna put him in the next squad. Isn't it? I say.
For Jamaica in 4 games, I would put him in. All right, Kevin Williams, he's in.
All right, Travis, we're gonna do our next squad, so we're gonna include Omar Hutchinson. But people, this is the squad, the combined 11, right? So I only kind of select the squad based off the squad that you guys are seeing on the screen right now. What's the grade of this squad, say for the World Cup qualifiers as well as, well, not Copa America, but say moving forward, what want to grade this squad? Because there's the absence of Leon Bailey, right? So he's not in this team, right? So we have Bobby Reed off the right hand side. Mikel Antonio would get back into this team, seeing that he wasn't in the last team, right? No, a lot of people say Mikel Antonio not really score goal for Jamaica. However, he does provide something else. Demarai Gray always performs. I think Greg Lee over the past 2 games has locked down that spot. Damian Lowe obviously has to get back into the midfield because we literally have no one else. Casey Palmer gets into the midfield again. We have Lembe Kisa who scored a wonderful goal against Panama. Was it Panama? Yeah, it was against Panama. The winning goal as well. Beat them 1-0. Michael Hector, Ethan Pinnock would get back into this team, seeing that he was injured when he was at Brentford. So he gets back into this team. Joel Latibodier across those 2 games, United States and against Panama. He had 2 good games as well. And the captain himself, Andre Blake, would obviously get his spot into this team. So Richard Walker says 6 out of 10. And what is comment say? 2.5. Nowadays. So who you want in the squad nowadays? Who you want in the squad? I only select the squad, you know, not me. Only select the squad. You see me? But watch out, Dylan. I could scrap this and we're gonna build the potential Reggae Boyz squad. You see me? Now, what we want them to do is when Mason Greenwood and them man they go fit in. And people, me never Mason Greenwood that go represent Jamaica. So first of all, when you get that out of my mind, I never say the man that come play for Jamaica. I just have potential. That's the key word, potential.
Bro, I don't want no 3-4-3 if we're doing like a proper squad, dog. We need like a 4-2-3-1.
All right, so people, yeah. So you guys know how you guys know the potential Reggae Boyz that could possibly come in and represent Jamaica. So which formation for this one? Obviously, it can be a 3-4-3 because I think that would limit a lot of these players that would be coming in. The
Yes, bro.
potential Reggae Boys.
Want some lethal.
Yeah. Without a Ravel type player maker in the squad, we have beaten both Canada and Panama. We are not a one-dimensional team. We can play a number of different ways. Therefore, a playmaker.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Make us do the 4-2-3-1. Of a brave.
Richard,
Come on, Jeremiah. Brave.
Richard Green. All right, 4-2-3-1 the people themselves. So I'll give them the 4-2-3-1. People, once again, smash up the like button and subscribe if you are new. So boom, 4-2. Sorry.
Whoa.
Oh, you select?
No. Ho. That's actually, bro. That not bad. That's like Man City.
Who set the squad just now? Bro, what's going on with this thing? Okay,
Yeah, man,
okay.
It's it.
Okay. All right then, people. 4-2-3-1 I work with. So I could build from. Who don't want to start the front?
No.
A front build from
goalkeeper.
All right, goalkeeper. All right, so Andre Blake, obviously, I'm not know about no potential goalkeeper. You see me? I say, I'm about no potential goalkeeper right now. So Andre Blake, right? And people, what deal with realistic potential Reggae Boys? Not Tyreek Mitchell or them people there. You get me? I say, 50-50, Damari Gray, Leon Billy, Omar Hutchinson, Bobby, Jamal Lowe. Who would you drop for a whisper? Yeah, that's the thing, Chris. When I look back at the squad that we just selected, you know, even though I've been a big advocate for whisper to get back into the team, I just not think when I drop none of them, you see me? If Leon Billy was available, I wouldn't drop Leon Billy. I wouldn't drop Omar Hutchinson because Omar Hutchinson is obviously better than Dujan. Bob Reed is a better player than Dujan. Jamal Lowe is a better player than Dujan. You get me, I say? So, yeah, Chris Smith, that's a good question. So I've been advocating for the wrong thing, you see me? But if there's a spot and Hallgrimsson want drop in a man, then, you know, out of Dixon and Whisper, would I go with Whisper, you see me, I say? 5 at the back. Dylan, wait, say 4-2-3-1, don't.
4-2-3-1. Well, positive.
All right, so Andre Blake as the goalkeeper. I want to say right back, people. Right back. When I work with the right back. Man, I don't know about any potential right back. Oh, Dujan Sterling. Mercy can play right back. What is the people right back? Lembikisa or Dujan Sterling?
Bro, Latibodir.
Latibodir
right back, bro.
Nah, he had a poor game against United. No, and Owen to see for so for Whisper as well. Yeah.
Latibodir should be right back. People, what say you?
Yeah, people drop the comments. Who no want us right back in this 4-2-3-1 formation? Yeah, Travis, our best team is bigger than Whisper and Dixon. That's why Travis, when they look on the bench and I include Whisper, I say, yo, I say, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna include Whisper. You get me? I say, because we have some very big games coming up, especially in the Copa America, and I'm not quite sure if Whisper reach at the Copa America level. You know what I mean, Dylan? Travis said Dexter Lembikisa right back. J. said Lembikisa. Lembikisa. Dexter. Oh shit! Why am I mix up the man name? Are the same people? Them know. I mix up Joel Latibody here. All right, so Lembikisa in this team. So Lembikisa as the right back. Central defenders. Obviously Ethan Pinnock. Who don't want? No one. Damian Lowe get dropped back in the defense, or who not go with Latibody or who is in this team right now? Not Javian Brown. No one. Deshaun Bernard beside Pinnock. Only set it. Only set the center back thing. Who don't want? Obviously Ethan Pinnock gets into this defense for the central defenders. Travis Pessoa said Pinnock and Hector. All right, then we'll go with Pinnock and Michael Hector. So I could go with that. So Pinnock and Michael Hector. All right, or Hector or Pinnock, don't know. Boom, drop back Pinnock. Left back, obviously Greg Lee. There's no potential Reggae Boys who play in that left back position, so can't drop anyone in at this moment in time. The man said Michael Hector. So all right then. So we have Lembikisa, Hector, Pinnock, and Greg Lee. Now in terms of the double pivot people, who don't want the double pivot? Because Caray Anderson can play in that double pivot, you know. and this can play in that double pivot. And the drop back Damian Lowe in the double pivot, only think. Lati.
Pinnock and Hector.
Yeah, I'm drop them already. But the double pivot now, how work that out? Because there are a few players that's linked with the Reggae Boyz that can play in that position as well. You see me?
Somebody
Lati and Lowe.
D-Low for 2C then.
Alright, Lati and Lowe. Alright then.
I wouldn't mind that, you know. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Lati and Lowe.
Bro, I'm Tom Maribel.
The man them never put him in the team.
Bro, Maribel must play left back. Over
Is he on the bench? I'll put you in Maribel. I should have never dropped the name in it, you see me?
But I'm just
Is he
better.
on the bench? No, he's not on the bench. I'm him. Which number am I for Jamaica again?
Travis Bell is about to forward back from injury.
Number 4. Drop a number 4 for him. Alright, boom. So it's a Bell not the team.
Yes, sir.
So Omar Bell. Alright, boom. Same said Damian Lowe and Joe Latibodier as the 2 CDM. However, I've been hearing that we have a lot of players that can play in that position that are potential Reggae Boyz. You see me, I say them say Dujan, Sterling. Well, the next one name of Fulham, Delano Splat, I think them say can play in that position as well. So when you're not gonna drop none of them Monday in the midfield. Or going for that. Them not say Sterling or them Monday. So I go work with Latibodier and Damian Lowe. Because you know Damian Lowe, man, him transform him in our midfield, although he's not a midfield player. Get me, I said, Dylan. Now, the big bad right hand side, so that Leon Bailey was available. If Leon Bailey was available, people, out of Leon Bailey, Mason Greenwood, and Omari Hutchinson, who wanna drop on the right hand side? Because we're gonna drop some potential Reggae Boyz in the team. You see me? Because the further up the pitch you go, and this so the more potential Reggae Boyz link. So who now go down for the right hand side? Greenwood, Hutchinson, or Leon Bailey? Drop the comments, people. Drop the comments so we can include one of the player them. A man say Greenwood. Alright. Okay, see 2 more comments now. One man say man say Low. Man say Greenwood. What is say people? Bailey, Greenwood, or Hutchinson. Who not play for the right hand side? Man say Greenwood. Alright, Greenwood again. No Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey I go for action now. Richie I said Greenwood. Alright, I could go for Greenwood then. Add Greenwood in the team. Add Mason Greenwood. Them say Greenwood for the right hand side. You see me, Mr. Dylan? Greenwood. Now, see that Greenwood doesn't have a number because he not play for Jamaica. I give him number 99. 99 for now, you see me? Number 99. So I'm going to drop Mason Greenwood off on the right hand side. That's if him at least play for Jamaica, you see me? And once again, people, me never said the man to play for the Reggae Boyz. I never said nothing like that, and nobody in the chat never said that. But why do that look at potential Reggae Boyz? You see me? So Greenwood. Richard Green said Bailey. Yeah, Richard Green. But disagree with that. You see me? So I'll go with Greenwood. Now, as we all know, Omar Hutchinson can play as that number 10. He can play in that attacking midfield role. So how now go to this? Casey Palmer, Bobby Reid, or Omari Hutchinson. Who wanna play in that pivotal number 10 position? Who now go play as that attacking midfielder that can create for the team, that can be the driving force going forward? Bobby Reid, Omari Hutchinson, or Casey Palmer? What say you guys? Because that's a crucial position. That's a position that we lack in. You get me, I said, Dylan? We do not create enough. Hutchinson? So I'm to the veteran, Bobby Reid.
Bro, it's kind of sad, but it look like Bobby Reid not getting this team.
One man say Hutchinson, one man say Bobby Reid.
But still, I don't know.
All right, we'll go with people. Number 10 position. Creativity. Every day on the creativity lacking in the Reggae Boyz team. So who no wants as the number 10? Hutchinson, Bobby Reid, or Casey Palmer. No point to say not see enough from Casey Palmer. Patrick Riley said
Sterling.
Dujan Sterling. Wow. A lot of people are going to disagree with Dujan Sterling because out of the three players, I don't think Dujan Sterling is the most creative player out of the three. You see me?
Somebody says move Lati out to the middle and put Bobby.
Bobby Reed. Can't play Bobby Reed so deep. I'm mad. Nah, man. Nah, play Bobby Reed so deep, man. Man say
I just
Hutchinson.
play like a 4-3-3, and then we
Man say
make low cover the back line, and then we put Omari Hutchinson in that like a half space.
Bobby Reed and Hutchinson. Man say Reed. A lot of the persons are saying Reed Dylan. So we're good. Bobby Reed. So where's Hutchinson? Where does Hutchinson get?
Reed play a game as like a proper number 10.
Yo, my good Omar Hutchinson for the number 10. I'm add him to the squad.
Somebody said Bobby Reed and then bring on Hutchinson.
Bobby Reed and then bring on Hutchinson. Alright, so through Hutchinson have a number for the team. Or I just fling on a number game, isn't me? Just give number 80. Alright, so them say Bobby Reed. Alright. Yeah, Bobby Reed. Alright, Bobby Reed, them say. So I give them Bobby Reed. Alright, boom. Now, obviously, the left-hand side, we don't have no potential Reggae Boyz linked with that side, isn't it? So the Omari gets back into this team. Now, in terms of the striker situation, obviously the last time you guys selected Mikel Antonio. So Mikel Antonio gets back into this team then, Dylan?
I guess, yeah. Why not?
Rohan has a 4-3-3. That's how it's pronounced, Ronan. So 4-2-3-1. So how this team look? How this team look, people? How this team look? On the grade this team. Blake, Lembikisa, Michael Lecter, Pinnock, Amari Bell, Damian Lowe, Lati Bodier, Bobby Reed as the number 10, Mason Greenwood off of the right hand side, Demarai Gray off of the left, and Mikel Antonio. But there's one thing that is wrong with this team, Dylan. The midfield, the two central defensive midfielder, them, Damian Lowe and Lati Bodier, that's ingredients for disaster, brother. Especially against better opponents. I'm telling you. You get me, I say? Trust me. Disaster if we use those two players. But we don't have a choice. Isn't me? We don't have a choice. Man, I tell you, people, look on that. Look. Big bad Copa America. Damian Lowe and Lati Bodier as the central defensive midfielder. Them brother, when Messi hold them money and them people don't a year ago, we dead. May I tell you?
Believe, bro. Believe.
No one the man them run rampant at the midfield. This midfield against better opponents are gonna look like United when Wolves and Brighton and what the cigarette team name when you beat with in the FA Cup, Newport. When the man they run through the midfield of United, a suffer midfield are gonna look, you see me I say? But we don't have a better option than Damian at this moment in time. We hear about Dujan Sterling, but the man them never really call Sterling name. Probably one man called Sterling name. Richie Tyson 3-2-4-1 would be better. So I want to go to 3-2-4-1 then? I think a 3-2-4-1 would have worked out better still not done. Because I think with the 3-2-4-1 it brings a bit more comfortness to the team. You see me? I'm on Palmer and Sterling. So people, when I grade this team, before I move on, because we're going to try the 3-2-4-1 formation. What's the grade for this team? So Mason Greenwood, Bobby Reed, Mikel Antonio, Demarai Gray, Damian Lowe, Lati Bodier, Lembikisa, Michael Lecter, Ethan Pinnock, Amari Bell, and the captain himself, Andre Blake, who is rumored to be leaving Philadelphia Union, as he has stated that he's unhappy, basically, in a recent Instagram post. Amante Palmer and Dujan Sterling. Exactly, New Media. What did New Media say, Dylan?
Lati in the 3-line defense, Low in the midfield.
Yeah, but we did that on the previous formation, basically.
Ricardo said you have experience difference in the back, which is Pinnock, and he will talk to them. Okay. Omari, Sterling, Palmer and Sterling.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jairus, Leon Bailey is a normal player in England and Jamaican people. Why Leon act like that? Because he don't act like that in England. Right,
Patrick
Chris.
Riley, the man them said them put Mason Greenwood over Hutchinson, you see me? So Hutchinson would be on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I say Hutchinson and Leon Bailey are come off of the bench. And them can basically play across the front three as well. Minus striker. Can probably play as a false nine though.
True.
Isn't it? But the midfield, once again, that's the main issue. The provisional 60-man squad is supposed to be released tomorrow, I believe it is. You see me, I say? But, you know, this team is a good team. This team is a good team, especially for the Copa America group and the qualifiers that we have coming up. Now, obviously, we don't know the formation that the coach is going to deploy because we don't know who will be the additional players. You get me? I say, if Omari Hutchinson comes in, then obviously he gets in on that right-hand side. Once again, people, nobody never said Mason Greenwood declares him going to play for the Reggae Boyz. It's just a combined level with potential Reggae Boyz, and Mason Greenwood has made it into this squad because obviously he's the better player out of the three, which would be Leon Bailey and Omar Hutchinson. You see me, I say? But what you grade this team, Dylan?
That midfield is so dead, but a 7, the midfield take off 3 points.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty decent.
I would have even gone lower, bro.
I don't know Deckard Overeed playing in that 10. I've never seen it really work. So maybe a 6 or a 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6.5. Yeah, and I would take out Bobby Reed because I don't think he's the most creative player. Because Dylan, if you look at the makeup of a number 10, right? I know that Martin Odegaard, he's not a number 10. He can play in that position now.
Right.
But in terms of the profile of Odegaard, if you put him as a number 10, you will get the same output, if not more, compared to him playing as an 8. You get what I'm saying? But if you look at the makeup of what a number 10 is supposed to be, they're supposed to be that driving force that can take the ball, that can break the line with passes. They're supposed to have speed, tenacity, you know, quick feet. Bobby Reed, for me, is not that type of guy for this Reggae Boyz team as the number 10. You know, playing him out on the wing or whatever the case is, fine. Having him on the bench, fine. But moving forward, he's not a number 10. He doesn't have the makeup as a number 10, especially the quick feet. If you look at Omar Hutchinson for Ipswich, he has played in that position across the season and across his career as well. You see me? But what will be detrimental to Hutchinson is to play him in like a high-profile game as the number 10. You get me? I say, I think with Hutchinson, you have to play him in a game where it's kind of like a lesser opponent, play him in that number 10, and see what his creative output is, because obviously the defensive work will not be on him compared to like Damian Lowe. And the same, you see Damian Lowe against Canada when he venture forward and him putting them tackle there. If we play a 4-2-3-1 formation going forward, right, he doesn't have to bear that responsibility of venturing too forward to make those tackles, because you don't want to leave that position exposed. He can more sit back and protect the back four. If anybody's supposed to venture forward a little bit, it's supposed to be Joel Latibode. Or say, for example, if Kieran Anderson plays in that position, I would trust Kieran Anderson to be a bit more box-to-box compared to Damian Lowe. I do not need Damian Lowe further up the midfield. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't need to be up there. But once again, the double pivot is a bit weak. You see me, I say? But in terms of the profile of Bobby Reed, he's just not a number 10. And I think he doesn't have the legs to play as a number 10 as well. Because it's not like he's a David Silva or one of these guys where, you know, they might get old, but like them still have the creativity, them still have that ability within them. You see me? Yeah. Bobby Reed, for most of his career, has always been a utility player, no disrespect. So where's off as a number 10? Nah. I'd rather play Casey Palmer there. Big one thing. Yeah, Hutchinson playing the number 10 role, and he has played number 10 for Ipswich and throughout his career as well. Watch the last match, them Jamaica play like a unit. Them just need to be more patient on the ball. Bobby have more work rate defensively. That is true. Bobby Reed does have more work rate defensively. I think that Bobby Reed can handle. Yeah, but yo, the thing is, we can't go underestimate the Copa America thing. You get me? I say, I think in Copa America, we cannot go be expansive. Against those South American teams, there's no way we think we can be expansive. We have to be compact, just as how we are against Panama and the United States as well. So the team has to be balanced in terms of a lot of the players that we do play in some of these positions. In terms of the wingers, them are great. Yeah, you know, track back every now and then, you don't know Salian Billy not track back if you play at that position there. Mason Greenwood, I've seen Mason Greenwood at United track back at Getafe as well. So I think the right hand side would be balanced. Lembeke says not a player that will always be venturing going forward, whatever the case is. But more and more, you see where he's developing his attacking side. So we have to maintain the balance of this team. So as somebody mentioned, Bobby Reid does offer something defensively, but we always call out that the team is not creative enough. I know one thing I hate about this team, and I think the Butler, the coach for the under-17, it's not Freddie Butler. I think Freddie Butler name. The under-17s lost to Trinidad, and I think we conceded a goal in the last minute. Now I'm not talking about the goal that we conceded. People were saying that we were playing long balls against Trinidad, and if you look across the whole setup of the national program, right? Yeah. Jamaica has always been known to play a long ball, and I think it's time we evolve from playing long balls. And this is why it better Damian load in at the midfield and at the back line, brother.
Bro, fix that up, dog. Yo, you say about 3 times, dog. You can't say that, bro.
Wow.
You're kind of lying.
Whether all to the one, but when I said Dylan, it better Damian load the inner the midfield than the roll at the back line. Because every time the man they run at the back line, the man launch the ball forward, brother. And we can't play football like that moving forward. We cannot play football like that moving forward.
Yes, but you think that we can play tiki-taka football?
No, I'm not saying to play tiki-taka football, but then when you're a team that has
bro, Blake cannot play out of the back, bro. Blake cannot play out of the back.
So he says, a next long ball specialist that?
Yes. Bro, what can I tell you, bro? Bro, all I'm saying is we have to be realistic. We have height, we have Antonio's physicality. Imagine if we play like a 4-4-2 with Buzzer and Antonio. We have the height and the physicality to win the ball over the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you have to understand that playing out of the back is to beat the press. It's normally a safer way to play through the lines, right? Like just theoretically. But if we can't, bro, we're going to get beat up, bro.
Travis said we did beat them today. Yeah, we beat them today too. But in the first game in which we lost, them that's how I played too much long ball. I think the Trinidad coach for that under 17s is how I play long ball too. Record a great Bobby Reid is ruthless for that position. We need players like that. But once again, people, this is the team. This is the team. I wouldn't even go to the bench right now. Isn't I say? But once again, somebody had said, what was the formation that they said? 3-4 what?
3-2-4-1.
3-2-4-1. All right, so we could try the 3-2-4-1 then. 3-2-4. But people, before we move forward, what's the grade of this team? What's the grade of this starting 11? Before we move forward, grade the team, people. I want to select the team, so grade it. What do you guys think? What do you guys grade this team? 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Bobby Reid is Bobby Reid good enough for that number 10 position? What do you guys think? He's gonna give away too much penalty. Also, Damian Lowe. Yeah, you see me? But Dylan, I think one thing that we haven't done, we haven't dropped the link. Travis Spencer said 7. You see me? Right. Travis Spencer said 7. Yeah, Travis, I think 7 isn't bad. Yeah, Jeremy. The midfield, it weak, but people, I'm gonna drop the link. So click the link, and you can come on and have your say. Who will you guys change? Jeremy says 6.5. Bro, Dylan, let me tell you, if we could find somebody else other than Damian Lowe that is natural to that position as a CDM, then I would bump this team up to at least a 7, maybe 7.5.
No, I think it could be an 8, honestly. If we find another
number 10 situation of that one.
Bro, we need a box-to-box midfielder with a little bit of... We need a Jude Bellingham.
I think currently could be a box-to-box.
Jude Bellingham run through the lines, show strength in the tackles, drop back. Since he's the best Jamaican.
Obviously, we don't have no Jude Bellingham right now, you see me? But man, I tell you, against better teams, they will demolish Latibodier and Damian Lowe. And Damian Lowe is the biggest concern. You get me? I say? Like, bro, I know the man they play good against Canada, but when a central defensive midfielder or a box-to-box player, well, what is he? Enough people are saying never plays a central defensive midfielder because the characteristics of a central defensive midfielder is to sit back and protect the back four. So obviously he wasn't playing like that. He was playing more of a box to box. He was tracking back on the defensive side of things. He was making crucial interceptions that would lead the team forward, and then obviously would have win the ball high up the pitch, which would have led to two of the goals that were scored. And Shamar Nicholson was responsible for those two goals. But Omar says, right, moving forward, we need a central defensive midfielder who's going to partner with either Latibody or Kara Anderson or anyone else. You get me, answer, brother?
Right.
And low going forward with this team, I think Damian Lowe will be playing as a box-to-box midfielder. You get me, I say? I just not want Damian Lowe venturing forward a bit too much, because it's one thing to put in rash tackles and get away with it. You can do it so much and no more, bro. Because against Canada, him did make a questionable tackle where him could have get a card, and I think he was already on a yellow as well. Low in possession is Fred. Yo, don't disrespect Fred, son, brother. You see me? So 3-2-4-1. So I'm gonna work with the 3-2-4-1 formation. Then let's go to 3-2-4-1. Boom, boom. 3-2-4-1. All right, people. So we have the 3-2-4-1 formation now. So yeah, let's get it started. So once again, Blake gets into, or I could build it from scratch again, or you can just leave it like this.
Yeah, I can leave it like that and just move around people.
All right, so Blake in the defense, people. Lembikisa, Pinnock, Bell, Amar Bell, I forget drop.
No, I think Bell can play left wing back.
So push him up forward. Hallgrimsson is good.
We only have 5 players in the back. We're gonna get exposed. We're gonna get killed.
All right, so people, what is the selection for this team now? The back line. I want to say. Travis, drop in the comment. I want to say for the back line now. I can work it from the defense. Hallgrimsson is good with low in CDM, so I'm sorry for all you fans. Yeah, Travis, I give respect to Hallgrimsson in terms of his decision with Damian Lowe moving forward, because I realize that we don't have a better option, so we just have to live with it. Isn't it? It doesn't annoy me, but if we had a better option, then I would be fine with taking out Damian Lowe out of that midfield and putting somebody else. You get me, Mr. Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But people want to say now, the back line. We need to start with the back line. I want to say. Them not saying nothing, Dylan. Who you go with in this back line?
Bro, I hate this formation. This formation look like we're just gonna get exposed. But I mean, it'd have to be. Is it a Hector left-footed?
Hector, I think he's right-footed now.
Is he? I'm pretty sure Hector is left-footed. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, then I get what you asked about the hard tackling and thing, but I mean, we just have to go live with Damian Lowe. I get me, I say. I'm not good enough, to be honest. I have to give him credit in that sense, but it's just against better teams. Yes, I mean, against the United States, who were unlucky. Corberg did score the one goal, and just one of them things there, isn't it? It wasn't to be. The football gods, obviously, they weren't on our side. Yeah, Hector right-footed.
Yeah, so I think Hector, Hector, Pinnock, and Bell, because Bell have a little speed still.
So, Hector, I don't know, Michael Hector. So, boom. Where is he? I just saw him.
I think he's still in the team. Look.
I'm going to switch him out already.
No,
he's not in the team.
Right, central attacking midfield.
Oh, he's in the midfield? Oh, shit.
Seems like, yeah.
Where is he now? Boom. All right, so Hector, Pinnock. No Latibody here?
Bro, Latibody cannot be better than Bell.
Hector right-footed. Kevin Williams say true words. What did Kevin Williams say? Travis Pessoa, I rather Low in the midfield too, because if Low get a yellow for a rash tackle, it won't be a penalty. Yeah, damn right. Chris Garniff, Pinnock is left left footed. Yeah, he is. Yeah, people in the drop on players in the comment section. Who don't want in the back line? So we have Blake, Hector, Pinnock, and Amari Bell so far. Who you guys would change? On the drop back, Damian Lona defense. What want to say? I think the midfield in this team is going to be the most important thing, isn't it? I say?
Yeah, but who is going to be the other midfielder? I think that's our central problem still. Because
So
in that
low.
position, you're going to get exposed. You
So Lati
can't
Bodier.
football playing that.
So Lati Bodier and low in the midfield.
Yeah.
All right. Them are agree off the left hand side. Mason Green off the right. Now, two midfielder them. We have Anderson and Bobby Reed. Obviously, I would drop Anderson. So how we sort that out now?
Yeah, just put in Hutchinson.
For Anderson,
Yeah.
was he already in this team? Yeah. And he still play Bobby Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we have no choice but to play Bobby Reed. Hutchinson? What Hutchinson is left footed, right? I believe he's left footed.
Yes, he is.
So switch them over. All right, boom. So we have Blake.
Oh, you need to watch some Arsenal. You don't watch good football again. You need a left-footed player in the right half space.
True.
But yes, people.
Omari Hutchinson. So Blake and Ryan LFC, big up yourself. He did say that we needed a next left footer. I know the good thing with Greenwood is if he does play for Jamaica, he's 2-footed. So that's even extra problems for defenders as well. You get me? I say? Yeah. So Blake, Hector, Pinnock, Bell, Lowe, Latibodier, Greenwood, Hutchinson, Bobby Reed, Demara Gray, Mikel Antonio. Yeah, I'm not seeing nobody a shout out my baller, Shamar Nicholson.
Lati
Madness.
is one of the best ever player. Wow. Okay.
Bell out, Low to defend. The Grahams bug of yourself. Damian midfield or bench. I will go left Damian under the midfield, isn't it? That formation is for teams with most of the possession. That won't work for Jamaica. How would you say we must use that formation?
Let me see.
Can't remember who. But yeah, you're right. This formation is for teams with possession. And essentially, when you have the midfield, when you have Hutchinson, Richita, yeah. When you have Hutchinson and Bobby Reed further out the pitch, right? You need central defensive midfielders who are responsible enough to be responsible with the ball to give to the more attacking midfielders. You know what I'm saying? Damian Lowe doesn't have the best passing ability unless he's playing it long. Latibodier doesn't have the best range of passes going forward. Defensively, he's sound, but in terms of going forward, he doesn't have the best range of passes. You get me? I say. So in terms of that comment that the person left, he's right. We have to play possession-based football for this formation work. You get me? I say, especially to get the ball further up to Gray and Greenwood, plus Hutchinson and Bobby Reed as well. You're gonna need most of the possession of the ball to make these players thrive. You get me? I say, Dylan. And you're gonna need to get Mikel Antonio involved as well. So I think the 3-4-3 and the 4-2-3-1 would be the best formation moving forward for this Reggae Boyz team. And we have played most of those formations before. You get me? I say? We have played most of those formations before. Obviously, the team get mixed now. But I think that's it in terms of I think I'm gonna go back with the 3-4-3 formation, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we can just go back with the 3-4-3 formation and build it back. So we have Bell over this, so all right, Gray, and then we have Gray with this Hutchinson, Greenwood, Pinnock, boom, Hector, boom. Bobby was not in this team, right? No. Bobby wasn't in this team. How would you put over Bobby again? Latibodier?
I think we did put Casey Palmer in there.
Or Anderson?
Or one of them.
You remember what they put? Who's this? Hutchinson? Lambikisa, Bob Reed. Who did they another position again? Never Bernard. Who's that? Who's the centre back again? The right side is centre back. Latibodier?
I think so, yeah.
Probably Latibodier is. No, Latibodier was the left sided centre back, wasn't he?
Over Pinnock?
I don't
Was
remember the
Pinnock
team.
the actual left-sided centre back?
Who did we use in the 3-4-3 formation? Nicholson and Antonio up front. Travis Omar Hutchinson is 2-footed too. Yeah, Omar Hutchinson is 2-footed. So if you have a player like Mason Greenwood and Omar Hutchinson in the team, like that causes so many issues for defenders moving forward. You get me? I say. Where was Bell? Was Bell in this team or would you take him out? Is it becoming
We didn't remember.
I just put back Greg Lee. I remember if Bell did in the initial team. What was the backline like? Would they have Blake, Hector, Pinnock, and Latibodier?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed wasn't in this team though.
No.
Kara Anderson. Yeah, I think Kara Anderson was in this team. And we never put Greenwood in this team, so I'll go with Hutchinson. No, I'll go with Bobby Reed. I'll go back with the initial team. So Bobby Reed, Antonio, Gray, Greg Lee, Damian Lowe, the walking record, Kara Anderson, Lambikisa, Hector Pinnock, Latibodier, and Andrew Blake. So that good?
Yeah, man.
Alright, boom. Alright, so this was the initial team, people. 3-4-3. Any other formation we're gonna play is probably like the 4-2-3-1, because that's something we have played in the past. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Ricardo Gray, Nicholson, and Antonio up front. I want to play a 4-4-2. But Dylan, what do you think about our chances in the Copa America?
We got to the last time we were there. We got to the finals, no?
Copa America, yeah, mad.
Oh, Gold Cup. My bad.
World Cup, that brother.
No,
we never got the finals. We got the semi-final, I believe.
Yeah, semifinals against Argentina. I don't really know. I think we need to find some midfielder out of somewhere.
When would they play Argentina in the semi-finals?
America.
Where at about?
I said we need to find a midfielder from somewhere.
No, the last final we went in the Gold Cup, wasn't it? It was against Mexico, I believe it was one time, or United States.
Didn't you play against Messi one year and the whole of Jamaica was like lift up?
That's a Copa America, man.
Yeah, but what round was that?
I never know semi-final.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
My dreams. Anyway.
But yeah, let me just say the group. We have Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Jamaica. I mean, not Jamaica. Obviously, we're in our group already. But Mexico, Ecuador, and Venezuela in our group. What do you think about this group?
I think we'd be lucky to get out of it.
Really, bro?
Yeah. Ecuador is strong. Caicedo, Estupinian. Mexico. We don't have a good record against Mexico. I think we can beat Venezuela. Yeah, but that's a rough group, bro.
Yeah, we have some good players still. I think Copa America and these groups come down to who's the better tactician, And I think one thing the Jamaica team lacks that the South Americans have is that physicality that they bring. Right. Whenever they face up against teams, and I've never seen where Jamaica has really been physical. People talk about how Jamaicans strong, whatever the case is, but whenever we step foot on the pitch, a lot of teams impose physicality on us and dominate us. I remember when we did draw against Haiti, 2-2. Was that the game we draw with them down at the National Stadium? Right. And brother, them physically impose themselves on Jamaica in another game. The Grahams 4-2-3-1 is better for us because it brings more balance to the team. Also, Lowe is doing a great job whenever he plays. Also, he does the dirty work everyone else scared to do. That's true. But the reason why they go the 3-4-3 because it was the recent formation that Hallgrimsson did use. So I'm just saying, Let me just go back with that formation. So I say it will be tough to make it out of this group.
Yeah, because like imagine us going against Caicedo. Damian Lowe versus Caicedo. Bro, that's a disaster waiting to happen, bro.
And Ecuador does have some good players as well.
That's what I'm saying. Mexico, we don't have a good record against Mexico. So
But this
yeah.
man say
Maybe Nicholson should
maybe.
take a break from international football and concentrate on his career from starter to bench warmer. Oh,
Oh, man,
channel.
fire some shots over France there. Nicholson better duck. But I mean, Nicholson has a club situation where Dicanio from Gunna's YouTube channel did a video, so go and check that out. Gunnaz. That's the name of the channel. Where they kind of talk about the career dilemma for Shamar Nicholson, and basically he's on loan, set to end at the end of the season. I think they have like 3 more games left to play. I know that Monaco did beat them recently. I think it was like 4-1 or something like that. And he has to make a decision in terms when he go back to his parent club, which is CSK Moscow. You get me? I say. Over the recent years, he was linked with a numerous amount of clubs. Hull City, I think Everton. He was linked to that one time. Was it Galatasaray for Fenerbahce?
Right.
So Shamar Nicholson will potentially be on the move this summer. The best thing for Shamar Nicholson to do is remain in Europe and in a good league as well. He was in the Russian league. France, not a bad league, or one of the top 5 leagues. So will we see Shamar Nicholson in the Premier League? You think him good enough for the Premier League, Dylan?
With the right club, yes. I think he could definitely get into a lower team. Like a Ipswich. Man could kill it at Ipswich still. But no, I think he could be in mid-table. I just don't think he will be in a top 6 club.
The man with the Ipswich. What else? Ipswich one striker.
No, but I'm just saying I don't know which club.
Yeah.
Possibly wanting.
I don't know if he's Premier League quality though.
Yeah, I don't know either, but you have to believe.
Because the thing with these smaller teams is they're always looking for a striker, a reliable striker, and I don't think Shamar is a reliable striker. Some people that say he have a couple goals within this come on foot team, and they're basically going to get relegated, But people, listen up. That's basically it for today. Let me share about the squad that we had initially. I think this was the squad that we had, and you guys created the squad. I think we're going to do more of this moving forward as well, especially when the provisional squad is dropped. I believe it is tomorrow. So Blake, Hector, Pinnock, Latibodier, Greg Lee, Lowe, Kerry Anderson, Lembikisa, Bobby Reed, Antonio, and Demar. And people, listen, none of we never say Greenwood, say him a play for Jamaica. Not because I see the man of the thing. Means it's just a potential lineup with some of the man them were linked with the Reggae Boyz. You get me? I say. So nobody go around and say, yo, Pressa said Greenwood go play for Jamaica or Dylan, you see me? Well, I guess he is on his way back to Russia. Yeah, he's on his way back to Russia. So I'm going to sort out that. Boza should stay in France, in my opinion. Well, will there be a host of clubs lining up for Shamar Nicholson? That's the thing, But he has a big summer coming up in terms of his career decision. But people, so many things talked about today. Leon Bailey, Heimir Hallgrimsson, and his selection issues coming up. Should Whisper get into this team, or Kahim Dixon? Plus, we need to sort out the midfield as well. Omar Hutchinson. What do you think, people? You think it was a PR stunt by Omar Hutchinson? In my opinion, it wasn't a PR stunt. I don't think he would go as far to don the Jamaica flag to force the hands of Gareth Southgate. And Dylan, if it is to force the hands of Gareth Southgate for these Euros, then I'm sorry to say he would be delusional, because there's no way Omar Hutchinson would have think that he might get pan that they play in the figure Germany this summer over which Cole Palmer and which Bukayo Saka. I don't know if you know the meme where the girl in Jamaica say, which summer, which holiday? You see me? So which years Omar Hutchinson thinks he might get pan playing for him? Mad? If Omar Hutchinson I'm good, him just book him plane ticket and further Jamaica, further the 876. You get me? I say? Ipswich Town would be a good pitch for Boza. Yeah, definitely. Probably a lower team in the Premier League. Shamar has to learn to create his own opportunities. plays well, but a striker has to score. Yeah, I mean, you remember that period in time for Jamaica where he wasn't really scoring much,
Yep.
and then him start like fan back him feet. As I say, but you know, so Dylan, I have a message for I think I had a message for Omar Hutchinson. Yo, people, who don't want to see the message from me for Omar Hutchinson? Alright, I'm gonna play the message we have for Omar Hutchinson. So let me just get it up on screen. 1 second. This is the message for Omar Hutchinson. So Omar, if you are watch this, watch it now.
Call your travel agent or 1-800-JAMAICA. Call your travel agent or 1-800-JAMAICA. Call your travel agent.
Yo, Hutchinson, call a travel agent at 1-800 Jamaica. Find yourself at the National Stadium come June 6th for the World Cup qualifiers. You see me I say? So call a travel agent, you don't have your passport already, you don't play for already, so you don't know the things that as it pertains to the plane issue, I don't know if you want leg room or not. You know, some man say they want leg room. As it pertains to the hotel issue, don't break curfew and you're not gonna get your own room. You get me I say? So you're not Leon Bill, you're not gonna get your own room, Omar Hutchinson. And what else? What else Leon Bill say want? And if you have no local friend to play football, then can't go to the national team, so you can't hold the team for ransom like Kirk Butler. You get me I say? Kirk Butler, anyway in the world, they big up yourself. The man that divides all opinions. But people, before we cut, go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Before we cut, let me check how much likes we get on the video. Dylan, check for Gunna's YouTube channel, because the man them have to like up the thing, you know, you see me I say? Man them have to like up the thing. But yeah, man, Omar Hutchinson, anyway day in our world, I know so yeah, celebrate the local victory right now. Yo, people, before I cut off our live stream, I need 800 subscribers, 777. If you have not subscribed as yet, as Dicanio would have said, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button before my fire shot over there. Yo, people, 777 subscribers on the road to 1,000 subs. So just go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Also, turn the post notification on. The most important thing. Also, once again, hit the like button. Doctor, our soccer, yo, my youth, where I come from, America, our soccer. Look up yourself, the Grahams. Our soccer is improving, and it's possible that we could be one of the teams making it. I would assume that you're saying make it out of the group. Let's go, Reggae Boyz. We need more support from our country towards the players instead of criticism. All right, big up yourself, the Grahams. What I will say pertain to that, players must be criticized once them not perform. Would they get me? I say, but they shouldn't be criticized unfairly. What kind of foolishness that kiss me teeth? I don't know what doctor is talking about. By the way, are you a doctor? DR? Oh. Final score in the JPL, Arnett Gardens 1, Cavaliers 1. So it's going to penalties, extra time, then penalties. But Dylan, maybe we can catch the game there since it end 1-1. Oh, Lord God, a two-leg. My bad, a two-leg. It's a two-legged. January is a two-legged game. Oh, so them have the second leg. All right, 1-1 not bad then. 1-1 not bad. Everything to play for in the second leg. And next team I go play a Waterhouse versus who? Tivoli? No. Waterhouse versus Mount Pleasant. Yeah. Waterhouse versus Mount Pleasant. So people, once again, 77 people on the live. Go ahead, subscribe to the 433 presser. 433, the formation, and then PRESSER. So they're going to play against Mount Pleasant, Waterhouse, and subscribe to the Gunners YouTube channel as well. GUNNAZ for all you Arsenal lovers who are deluded to think that you will be winning the Premier League. Go over to Gunners and subscribe as they do cover Premier League. Well, not Premier League. Well, Premier League to an extent, but mostly Arsenal content. But people, listen, we're going to end it here. Once again, it was a lovely live stream. Thank you for the continuous support. Just go ahead, once again, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me take this last comment. And also, we have the outro for them in the land. What this person saying? What is like about football is who scores the first goal. If the next team does not score, who won the game? And it is man and man on the field, not man and that. Let me read over the comment here. Judge, big up yourself. What is like about football? What I like about football is who scores the first goal. If the next team does not score, who won the game? Who wins the game? And it is man on the field, not man and dog. Yo, somebody's coming like, you get me? I say, um, but people, we're gonna end it here. We're giving the outro for today's live.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up.
Shine like the
Rise
sun.
up, rise up.
Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Yeah, people, another successful Reggae Boyz weekly. So you see that message, rise up now. Tomorrow, Monday morning, the work week start. So rise up, people. Have a lovely week. Most important thing is to stay safe, because we need to see you guys here again Friday, 5 p.m. Jamaica time. So don't miss it. If you miss it, or we say you miss it. Signing out, people. Big up yourself, Dan. Big up yourself, Travis, George Henry, everyone that commented. And once again, Friday, we will be here once again. And people, we have some breaking news to drop this week, so be on the lookout for that. Some breaking news, some big transfer news pertaining to a player. So look out for that. Is it, man? Yeah, bless up on yourself.